Yeah, I've been waiting for this to actually happen, bro, because but while he was uploading his videos, bro, I've already been gathering evidence to prove this man wrong. So without further ado, Debunking the Comic Curator Part Infinity to the 4th Power.
Arabic numeral for 3, and that isn't how Japanese sentences are written. There's not supposed to be any space there. So whoever copied this originally added the space on purpose, and let me show you why. With the space added, the translation then derives the noun to be 3 galaxies destroyed, which is really silly because the next part of the sentence says the surrounding single galaxy was also destroyed along with a star. Now let me prove to you just how sad and pathetic Jazzy actually is. Look at how...
Okay, so first of all, it wasn't a line break. What I recorded on there was on mobile, and because mobile has a shorter aspect ratio, of course it's gonna look like a line break. Also, a space does not determine whether it is 3 galaxies or the 3rd galaxies. What determines if it's that is cardinal versus ordinal. Or an ordinal number is referring to an order of something. This is what you're saying. The 3rd galaxy would be an ordinal kanji. This is the main kanji stated that 3 surrounding galaxies would be destroyed. The kanji that makes this a cardinal number, meaning a quality or number of something, is this 2 kanjis right here. And the kanji for an ordinal number is right here. So if it doesn't have these ordinal kanjis right here on the message, then it will be cardinal, and it's listing that it's 3 galaxies. This is what it will look like if it was an ordinal number and not a cardinal number. And the fact that they're not referring to these ordinal numbers, which means they're referring to a cardinal number, which means they're referring to 3 galaxies and not the 3rd galaxy. This is what it will look like if it was referring to the 3rd galaxy. However, this is what it actually looks like, a cardinal number referring to 3 galaxies. So comic, not only did you not prove that it was the 3rd galaxy, you also just proved that you do not know Japanese at all, and the difference between a cardinal number and an ordinal number. You're really just embarrassing yourself here. And not only that, in your server you was using ChatGPT, an AI that could be easily manipulated to try to confirm your theory when it's false. Because what I showed that I translated, there was no space between the 3 at all. And no, there was no line break. The only reason it looked like that is because I was on mobile. So yeah, not only did you make yourself look stupid as hell, you just contradicted yourself. Again, like you do in every other video.
He formatted this original copy and paste into Deep L. Do you see the formatting where he broke all the sentences off? So when you match this in Deep L and you make it formatted exactly like his, the entire context of the translation changes from galaxy number 3 to 3 galaxies destroyed. Jazz did this on purpose, knowing that when you change all the sentence structures.
The scan that I showed you had no line breaks and no spaces at all, which will just contradict your statement. Japanese matters on the kanji and the placement of it, and not just the spaces. Because on the kanji I directly showed there was no spaces and no line breaks. The only reason it looks like that is because I'm on mobile, and without the space it still says 3 surrounding galaxies. The reason it says that is because this is a cardinal number in Japanese and not an ordinal number. So no, they're not referring to the 3rd galaxy was destroyed. If it was shown, then the kanji that I just showed earlier, it would have that. But the fact it doesn't have that, it will be referring to 3 galaxies. You use ChatGPT to confirm your statements when ChatGPT can make mistakes. And ChatGPT just fucked you over in your argument. But I have to explain this to you like you're 8 years old, so this is going to take a little bit of a while. Anyways, let's see what else he posted.
That Majin Buu has universal feats. He of course lied about that too. By the way, in his video, he admitted that Majin Buu did not directly destroy galaxies, but that he just could have, which is BS, because he used this scan and said it's from Herms. Sure, let's go check the statement in Japanese. So not only does it not say he can't one-shot the universe, it doesn't say destroyed, it just says...
Okay, so you just proved my point that it's referring in context of Buu destroying the universe. What you just simply proved is that Buu can destroy the universe. There's nothing contradicting about that, right? And to show that I'm right and you're wrong, Herms, the most accurate and most reliable Dragon Ball translator who is a native Japanese speaker, also confirmed that this is referring into context of Buu destroying the universe in one shot. I also confirmed this with another person who knows Japanese, and they also confirmed this in context of Buu having universal feats. So Comic Curator, throughout this entire video, again, you haven't proven anything, and you only shown that you don't know Japanese and you don't know the context of what you're talking about, which is actually pretty fucking sad. You have an entire thing of Daizenshu 7 on your thing and you don't know what the fuck he's talking about?
He bunks nothing, as well as that nobody ever typing this statement out in the history of the internet actually matters. Similarly to the things he said.
Yeah, this would just be a non sequitur. Just because it haven't been searched up doesn't mean that it's not reliable in any way whatsoever, man.
That 8 Jazzy said that galaxies are the administration units, but the text actually says that the Kaios are the administration units who oversee the galaxy. The Kaios are...
You just strawman the absolute hell out of my argument. I literally said in my video that they're referring to the Kaioshin and not the galaxies. If you don't know what a strawman fallacy is, it's making my point weaker and attacking that. No point in my video did I ever refer to the galaxies as administration units that oversee themselves. I referred to the Kaioshin and how they oversee the 4 areas of the universe. So what you just proved as well is that you did not watch my video at all. You only took points from it and that you wanted to hear and then debunk them, which was also horrible. You only heard what you wanted to hear, which is really why we call you a low tier, man. In fact, I want you to label out in my video where I said that the galaxies oversee themselves. $500 right now that you won't do it.
Daizenshu galaxy definition, which uses the term Mujin-ni for infinitely expanding, and Jazzy takes this as a...
Yet it does not say this. In fact, I want you to label out where it exactly says infinitely expanding. I'm going to respond to kind of how that contradicts the direct statement from the Daizenshu and Chozenshu. So go on.
How fragile he is. On all this, that he requires the use of fake photoshops and can't even be honest on how kanji works when it's written down. But this is common. I deal with goof.
He was defending you and not me, and what he said did not refer to anything in my argument whatsoever, so bringing him up would really be invalid. So what do I have to say to Comic Curator as a whole? For once, actually watch the videos that I debunked you in full, because what you proved is that you only pick what you wanted to hear. Because if you watched the previous video that I had, I specifically said that the Kaioshin are the administrative units and not the galaxies. Second of all, actually learn Japanese. The way that you just try to prove yourself just proves that you don't know the difference between a cardinal number and an ordinal number, which should be one of the most basic things of Japanese. Second of all, stop acting like a big ass fucking baby in your comment sections. The amount of shit that you say instead of actually debunking the shit in your comments, you just sound like a child. You're a 40-year-old man talking about some, oh no, Jazzy got flustered, to somebody half of your age, man. The fact that you're acting like a child to somebody half of your age just proves how fucking stupid you are. This is exactly why people call you a low tier and why you're known throughout most of the Dragon Ball scaling community as a low tier. Not only do you not know the evidence that is presented or the evidence that you yourself got, you act like a big ass baby. In fact, since you want to do this goof cool bullshit, I'm gonna call you the coping curator, because all you're doing right now is coping for 3 videos straight. And also, why the fuck are you playing the victim inside your Discord server talking about please like and comment to stop the guy who was attacking me? So they're attacking you when they debunk your points? What the actual fuck? So it's facts when you tell people that they have mental health issues and other shit, like saying that my parents left me or some shit like that, or my parents failed me. So it's facts when you say something, but when I provide a perfect counter argument, it's suddenly attacking you? So we're just gonna be playing the victim? Okay. You're just proving not only you are childish and you can't take the heat, you are genuinely a coward. I offered to debate you multiple times. I even went inside your Discord server and offered a VC debate in your server where you can do whatever you want. You can mod perms, you can have a biased judge if you want it, and you still decline and you ban me. You're a coward and you're childish as fuck. I hope you enjoy how much of a fool he is, and I'm going to see you in the next video. All right, peace.